MTPredictor weekly market update for April 12th. Start of a new quarter here. Let's take a look at the stock indices. The futures in this case is the Dow. We had our daily buy signal here, the TS3 is. Let's do the analysis on that. We get the entry, stop, and target. And we're coming into probably an important area. If we get up into this area here, this is where we've seen selling coming in. If we can get through that, get to the target, make a new high here, which would be 18,276, then I think the market is out of the woods for the moment. But this is an area I think we're going to have to watch. If we get up into here a little further, maybe into this 18,100 area in the Dow. If we look at the S&P here, the S&P, I just calculated the minimum wave C target here. Again, this area where we've seen the selling come in and the drops here. We'll see if we can get to this area and then through it. Now we can take a decision point off of this level here as well for the more resistance here off the swing here. It's kind of overlapping levels here in that typical wave C target here. But this is an important high here in the S&P. It's a weekly high, a weekly decision point resistance. And so we had an initial move down. We've got an ABC correction in progress here. And if this area holds as resistance, if they don't make it through this level, at least if they don't make a new high, right, then we could see a larger decline, maybe a wave 3 decline out of this. If they can take that area out to the upside, then there's our next cluster of resistance there up above around that 2120 area in the S&P. And then the NASDAQ also is long on the daily TS3 buy signal here. We'll see the targets here. The initial target there at 45.0150. So again, it's gone beyond the 100% initial risk line. Stops can be moved to break even on that. These are just standard trade setups because this trend indicator is blue, meaning the larger degree trend is up. So you can take the buy signals there. But again, maybe an important high here in the Dow as well. We'll see when we get into this area here. If we can get through that area, get to the targets, which would be a new high, then maybe we're out of the woods for the moment there. So keep an eye on those levels in stocks. And then let's look at this is the monthly chart of the dollar index, and you can see we've gone wave 3 up here. STF is into this gray strength band that was indicating back at this point here that there was going to be more upside ahead. We've reached the typical wave 3 target. That's where we're in now, and we had a nice what we call high volume, this red high volume spike here. We're going to watch this because it's saying or telling us that this may be potential selling volume, professional selling volume coming in here in this wave 3. We were unable to make a new high the next monthly period here. Now we'll see when the month ends where we end up. But so far they haven't been able to take out the high in the dollar here in this wave 3 sequence. If they're not able to take out, especially if this current gray candle closes red, right, then that may confirm that this is in fact professional selling. The STF is showing strength again, so it's telling us there may be more upside still ahead. We'll see. If they can make a new high this month, then that would just tell us that this high volume spike here is just more buying volume, and obviously we'd see a higher move in the dollar here. Alright, so we'll keep an eye on that. Let's look at oil here. Well, the monthly here still short. If we look at the initial sell signal here, you can see the target all the way down around 1858 on that particular trade. This target here on this later signal has already been hit a while ago. But there's our monthly support here. That's a decision point off of the last swing here, just below 40. But on the daily chart, I think it's on the daily chart here, we've hit some daily decision point resistance. So this level here just a decision point off of the prior swing that was letting us know if price comes up into this area, we should anticipate some corrective action in this area here. You'll have another level right here. If we get through this level, right around 56 is going to start another level of resistance there. And again, that support down around just below 40. So we may not be through to the downside yet, and some resistance here. If they get through these levels, then you know, we've got room to move on onto the upside, but some resistance to get through there. Gold. Let's look at the weekly chart, maybe get a little better, bigger picture here. So there was the TS3 sell, again just a standard trade set up the STF where the large degree trend was neutral to down there. So the wave 4 here, that's with the TS2, this ABC correction in wave 4, the target. You can see it's labeled here, it might be hard to read. It's a minimum wave 5 target was reached there. And now we've retested this decision point support. We're back above 1200. This week we closed above 1200 there. In gold, you're going to have some daily resistance up in here. But that's again that bull bear line above 1200. Right, we'll see if gold can make some progress to this 1230 level. It's going to be your next resistance level there. All right, if we look back at the weekly chart here, you'll see the succession of lower highs here. These swings, all lower highs. So if we can breach and close above at least this last swing high here, then maybe we'll start getting a bottom to form there. We'll see. And then finally, just a reminder here, this is the Dow Transportation average, and you can see the Dow Transportation average nowhere near confirming any new highs in stocks. In fact, you got some strength on the STF to the downside on the daily chart here. So this last signal, that target was hit there, that's been the resistance. It's fallen off from that level, maybe in a little wave 4 here. Take this off, this little pattern here, coming into some more resistance here, and may have another leg down since the STF is still showing some strength to the downside here. All right, so maybe that 8,500 level, but again, we'll see if stocks, if those longs in the Dow and the NASDAQ reach their targets. Where is that in relation to the Dow Transportation average, which is not confirming or hasn't confirmed when the stocks made new highs. The Dow Jones Transportation average did not confirm that. So just something that you don't want to see, that divergence, not a good sign if that continues. And then probably a slow start to the week here. Not really much economic data for Monday, but Tuesday things will really get going with the PPI 8:30, and then a full news week all the way through Friday with the consumer price index and consumer sentiment on Friday. So maybe a slow start to the week, and then things will really pick up on Tuesday. So take care. We'll take a look at the markets when we come back next week.